Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about hunting and harvesting morel mushrooms in eastern Oregon. The tools you're going to want to bring with you are a bucket or a bag so that you can put the mushrooms in it, a little knife so you can cut the mushrooms, and bug spray or sunscreen. This hill behind me is a great example of a mushroom hunting location. It's a southern facing hill. It's been recently burned and logged, so the soil has been really disturbed. The best time to go is in mid-May, after it's been raining for a couple of days and the sun comes out. Now that you know the best conditions, let's get looking. So I found my first morel here. It showed up here underneath this log. It's a common place for them to be. And I'm going to start searching in the direction that the wind is blowing. Here it's blowing to the east. Now the reason you want to do it this way is because the spores are carried by the wind. So if you know what direction the wind is going, you can keep searching. For example, I found another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here, and then it just keeps on going back behind me. If you don't know what direction the wind is blowing, just go in a circle and increase it ever wideningly, and you'll be bound to find one. All right, now we're going to go ahead and actually harvest the mushroom. So you'll take your handy knife and you're going to cut it off right about a 1/4 inch below the head. So that's what it's going to look like. If you're going to do it for profit, this is a good way to do it because the buyers only want that little short bit of stem after the head. If you're going to do it for personal consumption, you can cut it off however long you want. You just want to make sure that you leave the spore in the ground because that's how it's going to regenerate and come back next year. So the rule of thumb is just cut it off where it meets the ground. Once you've gotten your fill of mushrooms and you've headed back home, you can put them in your fridge, but you want to make sure that they're kept in cardboard or a paper bag. If you're going to take them to the buyer, get them there as soon as possible so you can get a good price for them. But if you're going to use it for personal consumption, they can stay in your fridge for a couple of days. If you're not going to use them right away, you can go ahead and preserve them by either drying them out or soaking them in salt water and then freezing them, and you can rehydrate them to use later. All right, now you know a good spot to look for mushrooms. You know once you've found your first one, look in the direction the wind is blowing or go in a circle and you'll find one within your circle. And you know how to cut them off properly and safely to keep the spore in the ground. Lastly, you also know what to do if you want to keep them for yourself or take them to the buyer. So time's a-wasting and I gotta get going. Happy hunting!